Hello everyone, this is Jamie. Welcome to part 5, guys, of my coloring book collection. And just so you guys know, I have one more after this, so there will be 6 in the series. If you have not seen 1 through 4 of my coloring book collection series, they are on my channel. Feel free to go to my channel and you'll be able to see them. I have been trying to put them in a playlist so that if you want to play them from the beginning through the end, through the playlist, you can. So I've been trying to keep up on that. I'm still trying to learn the ropes a little bit. Just as a disclaimer, this is an adult coloring channel. This is not intended or aimed for children. So if you are a child, if you could please exit, that would be wonderful. So let's get started. And all of these books, except for a few, are pretty much on Amazon printed paper. And I actually did tag my pages this time, ones that I've done. So yay for me. So the first one that I have here, just get in frame a little bit, is Yam Puff Stuff coloring book. And this one is by Yam Puff. And I have colored the title page. And I have just used colored pencils. Forgive me, I don't know which ones I used. Did use sparkle pen on the words there. It wasn't the Pentel, it was just a cheap sparkle pen. And then I've used a little bit of white Jelly Roll glaze on that. But, oh, I guess I did another one. I did this mermaid, guys. Totally forgot about this one. So her tail is made up of washi tape. And I think I was just trying to test how to do washi tape on something. And this is where I learned I needed an X-Acto knife of some sort because I couldn't cut around the tail very well. But I learned from the process. And on top of the bubbles, there's a little bit of glitter. That is Glitterific paint from Walmart. So if you need something that is cheaper and you want glitter, try Glitterific paint. And she has been colored with alcohol markers, except for her skin was done with colored pencil. But this book just has some gorgeous anime type style pictures in it. Gives a little information, like this one says chocolate covered strawberries is chibi, super spoiled. She likes chocolate. I'm wondering if they mean this one. So the information about the one is on the back, because this rain girl has to be about that. Alright, so there's the Yam Puff. Next I have is the Whimsical World Big Coloring Book, 100 Illustrations by Molly Harrison. I have done this one, and she's done mostly with alcohol marker, a little bit of gel pen, and a little bit of the sparkle is the Pentel Sparkle Pop pen. This has just all of her really cute illustrations in it, kind of like a collection of all of her whimsical little girl books, all line art, by the way. Oops, grab 2. Sorry. Next I have Chibi Girls Volume 2, and this one is by April Amber. And I have done the zombie, made her hair yellow and blue, eyeshadow background, used alcohol markers. This was really fun to do. She's fun. And so this is just different chibi type style, similar to a Jade Summer type of book. Very simplistic, cute. And these are like in no particular random order. I just took them off the shelf. This one is Cutie Dolls coloring book. This is by Genovea Art. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, Genovea. And I have done this one. This one had been on my shelf for a while. I decided to color it for Lavelia's Color Your Hoard. Background is eyeshadow. And I have used a little bit of stickles on that pinwheel for fun. And that's mostly alcohol marker on that one. But they just have these cute little dolls. They don't have mouths, but you could draw them in if you'd like. I think they're really adorable. Slightly a sketchy style approach, and I like that kind of style. I feel like my camera is like cutting off the bottom here. Just kind of adjust. It's a little bit better. Carousel Dreams, and this one is by Yam Puff as well as the first Yam Puff I showed you. This one I have not colored in. Has different carousel horses and things to do with carousels. I think this one's absolutely adorable. I need to color in this one. Another one I haven't colored in but do love a lot is Storybook Darlings by Kelly Horton. And I love storybook and fairy tale coloring books. And here we have just some illustrations of different storybook characters. There's like a fly or something. Sorry about that, guys. Next one I have here, if you can't kind of see a pattern going, these are all kind of chibi-ish type of books. This is Grimm's Fairy Tales book, Adult Coloring Book Volume 1, and this one is by Just Two Kawaii, and another like fairy tale book, and it does give the stories, so the 12 brothers. So if you want to read the story that you're coloring, you can. Do notice that all the storybook pages, have the same flower border. See, there's those. It's like this lily. They're the same. Just an observation. But it's still very cute and very fun pictures. Next one I have is relaxing manga and anime style coloring pages with beautiful princesses and breathtaking fantasy girls. Whew, that's a mouthful. This is by Sora, illustrations. I like anime and chibi style. So we have, they're in boxes for you. Different chibi style line art. Some I like better than others. This is a relatively thick book. Amazon printed paper. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to color in this one. See how thick it is? This one, however, I have colored in. This one's the Princess Unicorn coloring book. And it says Inkway Anime Coloring Zone. I don't know. And it does give you thumbnails. And I'll tell you guys right now, this book, some of the clothing that she wears is a little risky, and so definitely wouldn't want to have a child have this book. I colored this one, and I have used some of that glitterific on the background. Did her with pinks and a teal, blonde hair, and it's a little bit warped, and it's because of that glitterific paint. But yeah, just has this girl in different images with this stuffed unicorn. I don't know if it's the same girl. There's 3 girls there. But if you like anime, and these do have borders, so that's nice. And some of them are super sweet pictures. See, I think it has doubles in this book. Yeah, this has doubles. That's why it's so thick. But for the most part, it is pretty sweet. And the pages that were a little risky, I didn't show, but you could alter them by putting like biker shorts on her or something. Alright, so the next one I have here is Whimsical Children's Fantasies, a juvenile adult coloring book. So that like totally contradicts itself. Juvenile adult, what classifies a juvenile adult? Is it an adult? Is it a juvenile? What is that supposed to mean? But this is a really cute book by Louis Waiano. And I don't know if you can get this book anymore. I have colored this image with the foxes on the robot building. And I had used some really bargain-friendly pencils. I don't even have them anymore. Background is all done with gelato. A red, an orange, and a yellow. I had blended them out with my finger. But it has like random pictures of things. There's no like set theme. That one's really cute. I haven't checked to see if this is on still. This is Wizard of Oz, very cute. This may be back in stock, but as of like 2 months ago, it wasn't there. So you can look, or you might be able to find it on eBay. Next one I have here is the Disney Princesses Colorage Magiques. Sorry, the focus is off. Mysteries, and I've done 2. I did the Snow White and I did the Rapunzel. Still trying to figure out what medium I like best in these books. I don't mind Crayola Super Tips, but I don't like when they leave lines. And maybe I had an old Super Tip. I'm not sure. Right here I messed up, so I tried to cover it up with a gel pen that matched this the best I could. Because I thought it was a light green, I didn't realize it was light yellow. But this is kind of what they look like. And I got this Amazon UK. Alright guys, my stack was falling down. Next one I have is Disney Zoom Zoom, and this one is the Art of Coloring. I think is the people that make it, because Disney actually does this, I believe. Disney Enterprises. I started coloring the front here. I did color one that was in the book, but I actually took it out. It was a Snow White page. I think I gave it to my daughter. But lots of patterns, wallpaper, cute little Zoom Zoom guys. Very cute. Look at all those Eeyores. That'll take a while. If you like Disney Tsum Tsums, you probably would like this book. Sorry about that, guys. I had to pick up my pile. So the next one I have here is the Disney Dreams Collection by Thomas Kincaid, coloring book. And I have started in the front. So how this coloring book works, kind of move it a little bit. This is his original art piece, which has been done in oil painting. So it's hard to exactly duplicate what you can see, because this is a painting. You have to keep that in mind. It's a painting, it's a painting. I did my best, considering I was using colored pencils and gel pen. And I think it turned out pretty well. You don't want to use alcohol markers in this book because you will destroy the images that are on the other side. And I'm doing this one in order. So I have done the dwarves here. Ariel. So like I said, I did the best I could. Right here has been done with some Posca to make it more painty looking. And I started on Belle, but have not finished her yet. She'll eventually get done. One that I really want to do is actually farther back. Just find it. Isn't that one? That one right there. I really want to do this Winnie the Pooh page, but I'd have to do that many before I got to this one. Maybe I'll stop going in order just so I can do the Winnie the Pooh page. But different Disney scenes in this, and Thomas Kincaid is a wonderful artist. So if you are interested in his artwork, it's unbelievable. He does do another coloring book. I think it's like scenes. So if you like his type of style, you could get the scene one. Next one I have here is the Disney Mickey and Minnie, 100 images to inspire creativity. Oh, and just a side note that Thomas Kincaid had really nice paper in it. And this one has a thicker paper as well. Same did this Disney Tsum Tsum one. This one has lots of patterns in it. Some pages I don't really see myself coloring. Others I think that they would turn out very cute. These are the classic Disney posters. And they probably were black and white originally, but you could color them and have fun with them. And this one you can find on Amazon. Alright, so I have this Disney Mandala book. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but I know it's a mandala, Disney Mandala book. It's from Japan. Got it on Amazon Japan. They do give you pictures to look at for reference. They give you thumbnails, and then it goes right into it. They do have a perforated, like, cut this part edge or whatnot, so you can cut them out. And this is the back. So if you really don't care about that, you could use alcohol markers if you wanted. But they're basically kind of, it's supposed to be like a mandala, but it kind of seems to me like an image that has been framed in a circle. Very cute. A cute Alice one. Alright, I'm going to show you guys my Jade Summer books. Just pulling out my collection here. So this one is a recent one that just came out. This is the Jade Summer Grayscale Unicorns book. And I recently just did this one, like yesterday. Just so I would have a finished page in this. And I did it for Color Your Horde. But it has duplicates. It has unicorns in it with her slight grayscale look to them. Next one I have here is the Grayscale coloring book Light and Dark Fantasy, also a Jade Summer. I have done this one, was the first one I did. I think she turned out cute. She was done with Cali art markers, a little bit of gel pen. This is the second one I did. I think this one was done with the parkour. Gel pen as well. So it has some like nice pictures, and then we go into like darker. I don't know if she's really dark. More like creepy, I guess. That dude. Honestly, I may just color the light ones. Maybe that vampire. But yeah, light and dark fantasy. Next one I have is Intricate Mandalas coloring book. This one has mandalas in it. They're not as intricate as I thought they were going to be, but that's a good thing, because sometimes when I'm coloring really late at night, my vision isn't the best. I really like to stick to like so many colors in a palette when I'm doing mandalas or mandalas. Lots of good ones in there. Next I have the anime coloring book by Jade Summer. Of course I love anime and chibi, so I had to have this one in the collection. We've got basically anime girls. And I did show this one when I hauled it not too long ago. I think it was in April. Or maybe it was March, I can't remember. Next one, this was the original, one of the original Chibi Girls books before they got the Grayscale. I had gotten volume 2 and I loved it, and I never got volume 1, and then by the time I wanted to get volume 1, they came out with the Grayscale version 1. But I want to show you the ones that I did color in here. So I colored this one. I really didn't like the background that they had going on, so I blacked it out, and I had just watched the Guardians in the Galaxy, so I was kind of feeling that kind of mode, so I kind of went for it. Next one, I did this one as a challenge. As you can see, it's very sloppily done, very sloppy, and it was a challenge where I had to color something, I want to say like 30 minutes, and it was like a certain color palette, and I only had like 30 minutes or 45 minutes to do it. So I just went as quickly as I could. I didn't care about going outside the lines. Turned out interesting because I see all these bleed through messes, but it's fun to kind of just challenge yourself with those kind of time restraints sometimes. Here I did the Diner Girl. I think she turned out cute. And like these ceiling tiles, I actually didn't color all the way to the edge because I kind of liked that white effect there. This was the first one I did. I actually messed up on her hair a couple times trying to use gel pen. Then I tried to fix it with marker, and then I tried to fix it with gel pen again. I think I hit it the best I could. And I think she turned out okay. I did this one with Prismacolor pencils when I first got my Prismacolors. I've learned a lot more since I've had my Prismas, but overall I think it's pretty good. The beach ball I like, and her hair looks pretty good. Next I have is Baby Dragons, and also by Jade Summer. And this was a color palette challenge. It was only 5 colors. Or maybe 4. Yeah. And I did use a little bit of gel pen or some sparkle. I think it's cute. I think it turned out really cute. With these simplistic pictures, it's actually fun to do those color palette challenges to yourself. When you go to Pinterest, you can search color palettes and just pick a random one day and pick a simple page. Here's another one I did like that. And I did this challenge with a friend, and we did the same picture, and it's so interesting. We had the same color palette, same page, but our pictures totally turned out completely different. So this is a fun book. It has cutesy dragons in it. They're more on the simplistic side, but it's fun. The next one I have here is the Grayscale coloring book Fairies, also by Jade Summer. And I have done this one with the fairy in the, I think in her little house. She's drinking tea or coffee or something, reading. We've got some sparkle on her wings. Pentel sparkle pop. Mostly I'd use markers. There's a little bit of sparkle on those roses. A lot of people have done marvelous things in this book. I've only done the one. That one's cute. I might have to do that one. But lots of fun, lots of fairies. This is a Jade Summer book that maybe a lot of you guys have never seen. This is one of her older books. I was fortunate to get this before it was no longer in print. This is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And it has images, basically Alice in Wonderland images in it. Her new versions of Alice are nice too, but these are fun as well. Still with the black backing, and it does have doubles in it. Another one from her older series was the Red Riding Hood coloring book. And this one I actually like better than the Alice one. I just like the people in it better. And this one has doubles as well. I love the Red Riding Hood story. Grandma. Alright, next one I have here is the Kawaii Grayscale by Jade Summer. And I have done this fairy. Something about her reminded me of Rosetta off of Tinkerbell. Maybe it was the way her dress is on the bottom. But I kind of went with that kind of color palette. I really like how this one turned out. They're not all fairies. Like that one's not a fairy. But these are really cute. They're very anime looking. Kawaii, anime, cute. Very nice. Next one I have here is Geometric Mandalas coloring book. And this one is actually a fun one, guys. If you're scared of gems, you should pick this one up if you don't mind mandalas or mandalas. I started with this first one, and I just picked a color palette on randomly, really, and I actually accented it with gel pen and other markers in that palette. Like I colored this yellow and accented it with this orange to make it pop out, and I really like how it turned out. I was pretty happy about it. And then I did this one. I was hoping for more blue, but it ended up being more green. Sometimes that happens when you're doing these. You don't realize how it's going to turn out until the end. But it has all sorts of different things. You can practice your gems. You can color it straight. Like all Jade Summers, it has the black. And make sure to use your blotter page on all of these books, because if you're going to use alcohol markers, they will bleed through. Alright, so next one I have here is Grayscale 2-in-1 Chibi Girls. So this is the recent one that came out, and I have done some in this one. I have done the cowgirl, obviously alcohol markers and gel pen. I have done the magician, same alcohol markers and gel pen, and I did the Eskimo girl. I don't like how the sky turned out, but I like the rest. Those are the only 3 I've done in there. So it basically took all the images from the first volume and the second volume and put it in one book. There are no duplicates in this book. The last one of my Jade Summer books is Adult Coloring Book, Fantasy Kids. This one has some really adorable images in it. That one's pretty. And I really love how these have dark black lines, so if you want to use markers, you can easily do that without any problems. Alright, moving on. Just finished the Jade Summer, so let me just grab another stack. Without like straining myself. So the next one I have is a Kirby book. Many of you guys have seen the Morphia series. I don't know if you guys are aware that he does the Doodle Invasion here, the Ziflin's coloring book. And these are same doodle style as what he has done in other books. Did I do one in here? Can't remember. I flagged most things, but I remember I did a very colorful kitty one. Must have not been in this book, but very adorable. And if you want to take on a Kirby and aren't quite ready for the Morphia, you could pick up this one. That one's on Amazon paper. This one, I don't know how this Grayscale one fell into this stack of books, because I showed most of my Grayscales in my last video. But I do have Grayscale Coloring Fairy Art by Selena Fennick. And these are gorgeous images by Selena. All fairies, and she does give you a second set of pages. So maybe it was because I had a fairy book next to it. I don't know. Like I said, this isn't any particular order. This is 50 Delightful Fairies, and this is by Camellia Angelkova. And I haven't colored in this one. Every time I think I want to do a page, I think all the flowers throw me off. I'm really good about coloring the people or the fairies or the object in the center, but doing the rest of the pages, it's like I get bored after I do the person or the animal or whatever is the center of attention. All right, I have the Deborah Muller Storybook Princesses, Divas, Villainesses, and Heroes coloring book. Have not had a chance to color in this one yet. Very cute. I do have other Deborah Mullers, but they're all PDF versions, and they're on my computer. So I think I have this one and one other Deborah Muller that is an actual physical book. I have Mermaids coloring book for adults, and this is by Mantra Craft. This one was gifted to me, has different styles of mermaids in it, literally by different, it looks like they're by different artists, honestly, because the styles are so different. It's kind of fun to have these kind of books in your collection though, because you get tired of the same kind of thing day in and day out. This one was gifted to me, The Secret Life of a Mermaid, and this is by Yvette Levy, adult coloring book. There's a baby mermaid. Lots of mermaids. That one's not a mermaid. Don't know why that one's in there. Oh, this must be from a different book. From Betty's Adventure. From Coloring Odyssey. So she must have other books as well as the mermaid one. Alright, next one I have here is by Nathaniel Wake, Fierce Females Adult Coloring Book. Originally when I got this book, all of my images were cut off the top, so I let Amazon know and they sent me another one. But it's got basically fierce women in it. This is a newer book for me. I have not been able to color in it yet. Oh, and it looks like it gives samples of the other books on the back here. Here I have Summer on the Farm. This one is brand new by Demita Victoria. When I saw this one on Amazon on her introductory sale price, I couldn't resist because I do like her style. She does a version 1 and a version 2, which is actually just duplicates. But these images are very, very beautiful girls on the farm, camping, flower bed. There's a duplicate. Chicken. I like that. This one, I was gifted an Amazon gift card, and I purchased this one because it was on my wish list. I think it's called Surrey Nia, Book 1 Coloring Book by Christina McAllister. I apologize if I said the name of the book wrong. These have grayscale images in them. Very whimsical, very adorable. Has kind of like a leafy type of backing there. So you could use your alcohol markers. I really like this guy. She has like a tree growing out of her shoulder. That's nice. I have Beautiful Fairies and Elves coloring book. This one is by Color Mood. We've got Fairies. She must be an elf, maybe a fairy. I don't see wings, so not sure, but she is beautiful. And I love hers, and I love this translucent look. It's going to be an interesting thing to color. But I do have Jelly Roll Glaze, and that might be a fun thing to use on that. Alright. Hope I haven't lost too many people. Stretch out, have a drink, shake it off. We're getting there. Adult coloring book, Doodle Explorations, a peaceful adult coloring book. And I have colored this little guy on the introduction. Right here, I've colored this little guy again. I'm trying to color this little guy the same in the whole book. So this is the only part right here that it's double-sided. And it is on Amazon paper. But you could use alcohol markers when you got further into it. Very Doodle Invasion-like. I love this story kind of thing, because as you go on, it's kind of like his adventure to get his balloon back. And my little boy loves balloons. It's like he lives for them. So as soon as I saw this book like a year ago, I had to have it. And as you can see, I haven't done too much in it, but it's a really neat book. Oh, did I tell you guys who this one was by? I can't remember if I did or not. Les Maldres. So the same person that did that Fright and Seek book did this one as well. Next one I have here is one of my very first coloring books. Adult coloring book, Stress Relieving Animal Designs by Blue Star. And some of these images have been taken out, but I will show you what I still have left in the book. So I have this lion. Yeah, he's pretty scary looking to me, but that was a long time ago. It's pretty much gel pen and marker. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. I started on this fish. Oops. Sorry guys. Never finished it. See how I tore one out here? To use for something else. Started on these fish. Never finished them. Like this pile of sticky notes. And then I did this frog. This frog is probably the best out of all the ones that are in this book that I have done. So, pretty proud of the frog. And he's with alcohol marker, and he does have a little bit of gel pen on him. All right, here I have Mary Englebright, Color Me. It's the first one. She has a second volume, and she has a Christmas one as well. I've colored this one. I did this one on Mother's Day last year because every mother is a working woman. Totally agree. Wouldn't change anything. They have quotes. Just flip it back over. And all the quotes in here are so nice. There's the Mother Goose story. I actually have her little desk. Sorry, I'm out of focus. I have her little desk calendar that gives little quotes every day. It's very uplifting. I really like it. Next one I have is Color Your Way Content, and it says AARP, but it looks like Amy Goyer. Yes, Amy Goyer. And I have done this turtle, and he has a gelato background with the use of a stencil. That's why there's a little bit of dots there, and he is done colored all with gel pen. I have done these hummingbirds, all colored pencil. Sorry, I just bumped everything. Sorry about that, guys. And I tried to carry over on this side the same leaves and flowers. But that's all I've done in this one, and just so you guys know what other kind of things are in this book, they're just random things. Alright, here I have the Precious Moments coloring book. So there's not really an author on this. I just looked up Precious Moments coloring book on Amazon, saw the front of this one, took a chance. It was like $5.99. They don't have this one on Amazon anymore, but I really do like it. It's pretty much stock photos, and this one I used alcohol markers, and I actually colored this one on a live stream on my Facebook group, Once Upon a Color, and I think he turned out really cute. Then I did this bear off camera. Again, really cute, alcohol markers and gel pen. I do really like Precious Moments. I think they're adorable. They bring me back to my childhood. Next book I have is kind of a different book. You guys probably have never seen something like this, and if you have, either you like them or you don't like them. This is a stained glass coloring book by Dover Coloring Books. This one, the illustrator is Carol Smith. And so these are like vinyl, guys. These pages are like vinyl. So you can actually put them on your window or somewhere that is catching the sunlight, your door, window, whatever. And they feel kind of like vellum. I think it's like a vellum. It's actually kind of fun to have a book like this in your collection. I have tried pencil on this. I didn't like how pencil worked out. My favorite thing to use on this paper is actually permanent marker, like a Sharpie. Alcohol markers work, but they leave kind of a weird reaction to the paper. So I would say definitely the Sharpie. I have used water markers like Tombows. They did okay as well. My pages have been torn out because I put them in front of a window to show what I had done. So I will show those pages when I show my completed pages in my PDF folder. Next one is another Dover coloring book, Goddesses, and I got this one at Christmas time. It's by Marty Noble. I have not colored in it. Very detailed. One of the downfalls to the Dover publications are they are double-sided, and the paper is somewhat thicker than Amazon paper, but you would not be able to use alcohol markers. This is pretty much a pencil book to me, but still really cool. I actually have seen a few people color in this book, and they did a really good job, so maybe I'll give it a try. Another Dover one, Pretty Princesses coloring book. This one's by Teresa Goodrich. We all know her for her Creative Haven books. And look at these guys. Aren't they just adorable? And if you did want to use alcohol markers, I would just recommend copying this on like cardstock, because these images are really cute. I also have her Mermaids one, Little Mermaid Friends coloring book, Dover Publishing. And I colored this first one using Prismacolor pencils, and I think it turned out fun. And I did put a little bit of stickles on the bubbles. And then after that I learned maybe you shouldn't put stickles on double-sided pages because it might affect when you color the opposite side. But we'll do the best we can. This is a really cute book as well with the mermaids. And this one I picked up at Dollar General a long time ago. It's called Mom Life Advanced Coloring. Everybody has to have a book like this in their collection. This is by Bendon, so it's not an expensive book, nothing fancy. It has quotes. I wish I was tired as I thought I was before I had kids. I'm not like a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. And I colored this one and I made a mess with it on purpose. It says, I live in a madhouse run by a tiny army that I made myself. I think it's so funny. So I feel like everybody should have a book like this if they're a mom, because when you're coloring it, which was really simple coloring jobs, it's just funny and it kind of uplifts you a little bit. You can laugh about it. All right, next one I have here is Doodler Anonymous Epic Coloring Book. And this one has several illustrators. So there's 90 illustrators in this book. Just like I showed you guys the Adult Treasury book in one of my other videos with many artists. Same type of concept. I actually saw this book on Dee Dee Willingham's channel, and I thought that's a really cool book. And I have done this guy right here. So it's on every page. It actually has the artist like right here. It says artist. Artist is down there. Amelia Gosman. I have done this one with the camera. Tried to make it look like an old Polaroid camera. It says, oh snap. And this is the very first one that I did. And I wanted to see how it would take water media. So I actually used my metallic watercolors on this. And this paper is very thick. Did stand up to the test. Didn't really affect the back one. Yeah, so this just has random, totally random type images in it. I was trying to make this a personal goal to finish this book for this year. I don't think that's going to happen. It is a little intense, but it is a fun book just to mess around with. Next one I have here is the Friendship coloring book, and this one is by Susie Toronto, and I did not pay $5.97 for this. I got it cheaper on bookoutlet.com. I don't remember what I paid. And I have done this one. where it says flip-flops make your toes feel like they're on vacation. Very cute. It was mostly colored pencil, but then I added some gel pen. But it's got these film strips on the top. Behind every successful woman is a substantial amount of chocolate. Isn't that the truth? Just cute and fun. Single-sided images. Here I have another Selena Fennick book. Fairy Tales, Princess and Fables, coloring book. This does have doubles. She does give you thumbnails. I started on this one of Belle and the Beast. And I actually colored her dress using gel pens and glycerin. So you can use glycerin to drag your gel pen ink out and paint with it. And that's what I have done with her dress. I do not like how her hair came out, so that is why she became abandoned. But we have different fairy tales that we all know. It gives a little spill about them right here. Very pretty book. Alright, here we have Coloring Fantasy, Volume 2 by Scott Howden. This one is a gorgeous book too. He has 3 books in his collection. I have done this one. When I first saw this one, it was right after all those bushfires that happened in Australia, and I wanted to color this and kind of dedicate it to them. And I really love how she turned out. I love her hair. This was the first time trying to color a skin tone that wasn't just a white skin tone. It was like I did it really dark, and then it just got lighter and lighter and lighter. So, yeah. But I think she turned out nice. I like his illustrations. He has very delicate hand to his work. Love that. Very pretty. Next one I have here is A God Bless the USA Coloring Book for Adults, Color America by Donna Moses. This one I got on eBay, but I know a lot of people can get these at Ollie's, I guess. I did this one. Very colorful. It's a long time ago. Very fun. And I did this one. I think I did this one for the 4th of July last year. Lots of gel pen on this one. Do like the shadedness around him. I think that turned out pretty good. Oh, I guess I should show you some more pages besides the ones that I did. But you can definitely tell the style in this book. The style actually reminds me of a scrapbook. Next one, I was just seeing if I had more than one there. I'm like out of focus. Hope everybody's still awake during this video. You're probably coloring something or doing laundry or doing something fun. This is a Zen Doodle coloring book. This one is illustrated by Jeanette Wummel, and this is a Baby Animal Safari. I got this one on Book Outlet, in case you're interested. I have done the first one. These are perforated images. The paper is not Amazon paper. It is a little bit thicker. So I did those hippos. I did this one of, it's not a parrot. It's the bird off of that. His name's Blue. that Rio show. I can't remember what they called it, but we were watching that Rio show when I colored it, and I kept smearing gel pen, but it ended up working out, and I think it looks pretty good. But it's got different animals in here. Kind of zen-tangly, zen-doodly. Next one I have here is the Magical Unicorn Society official coloring book. This is a recent one. I have done one in here. I did this one with the unicorns. I do like how this one turned out. I've used black acrylic paint. That's the glossy paint for the background. And I was going to sparkle it up, but I decided I liked it like this, so I just left it. But this is actually a story, or like an encyclopedia information about the history of unicorns. So if you like unicorns, you might like this book. You can actually see the actual book that's not a coloring book on Amazon. I had never seen a flip through this book, so I actually got this one on a whim, and I think it paid off. Next one is another Zen Doodle coloring book. This one is also by Jeanette Wemmel, and this one's Playful Puppies. I've colored one, a very bright one. I wanted it to be bright, kind of like the 60s. And make that color just pop off the page. And I think it's really cute. But we've got lots of puppies in here. Lots of fun. This one, Heather Valentin, Camp Lazy Sunshine. This is volume, doesn't say a volume number on this one. And this one has lots of camping images. Perfect for the summer. I love her girls, the big-eyed girls, they're cute. Next I have Color Me Mindful Butterflies by Anastasia Catras. This is another one that was from Book Outlet. And I'm going to flip past the one that I did, I'm sure. Because it keeps on wanting to go to another one. So this was the first one I did. And you would think I planned this color palette. I didn't. I just pulled pencils at random, and I believe I used my Black Widow pencils on this. And I am really surprised how well it turned out. And this one is a work in progress. I saw a tutorial on how to kind of make gems for a background, and so I thought this is a perfect page to kind of test it. And I started, kind of abandoned this page, but this book has all butterflies in it. If you like butterflies, you will like this book. Alright, next one I have quite a few pages done in it. It's Inky Galaxy, and this is a 8x8 perfect square book by Helen Elliston. And I have done first one, and she has been glitterified with gel pen, and the gel pen was actually dollar store gel pen. Paper is very thin in this book. Pre-warn you if you are interested in this book. This one made the spacesuit pink just for fun. Did this back in November. All of these were done in November last year. Added some sparkle, the glitterific paint onto the sky there. This girl, her with markers. And did the planets kind of pinky purple, just for fun. And this one, I took my favorite color that I love to use, and that is yellow, and I did a full yellow color palette. And I think it's fun, and I think it turned out fun. Next one I have here is Fadorables coloring book. And this one is by Selena Fennick. I have not had an opportunity to color in this one, but she has these super adorable images. Great for markers, pencils, whatever. And I think it's adorable. Next one I have is Chibi Doodle Whimsy Characters Coloring Book. This one I haven't had a chance to color in it either. It's by Jenny Luan, and we have chibi style girls from classic tales that you know. Jack and the Beanstalk there. Got Cinderella. Here we have Kawaii Girl Fashion Coloring Book. I have done this first girl. I think she turned out super adorable. Did her with markers and gel pen. We've got different anime type girls. Chibi style. Kawaii. Adorable. Next one I have is Kawaii Spring Fairies. And this one's by Just Two Kawaii. I have done this one with the fairy teaching the froggies to sing. This one was done just last month. It's very cute. This paper is very thin, just to pre-warn you. Very cute images though. Alright, Flowery Dreams, and this one is by Yam Puff. This one is a new release of hers. Has all the flowers, and it actually says on the back of each one which flower is in the picture. So that one has sunflowers, it says right there. And this one, I think it's hydrangea. Yeah, hydrangea. So that's fun. And I'm starting to go a little faster because I don't want you guys here all night looking at the books. Although it is fun to look at new books. Alright, now the last part that I'm going to show you is all my color by number books. I have color by number animal stencils, and this one is by Sun Life Drawing, I believe. Most of these are from Sun Life Drawing. So I did this one. This one I just did 2 nights ago. But it has black background ones and white background ones. And if you do not want to follow this, you don't have to. You could do them all one color if you want, or you can choose your own color palette. But I think this is a great way to stress-free color are these color by number books. I have World of Mice stained glass coloring book, also by Sun Life Drawing. Did the first one. This one is mostly just Bic markers and Crayola Super Tips. Second one, all done with Crayola Super Tips. Third one, all done with gel pen. This one, just turning it there. Bic Intensity Fine Liners. This one is Crayola Super Tips. These are the bonus pages in the back. That's how I knew I'd like animal stencils. I did this mandala one from the Mandala book. So that is The World of My stained glass coloring book by number. This one I just recently got. This is a new release. It's Mystery Colors, color by number. Have not had a chance to color in this. And it gives you color palettes on the bottom. I believe Lisa's Coloring Corner just did a kind of like a flip on this. So I'm not going to show you too much. So it's kind of like it's a mystery, and they have random images in it. And this actually is a magazine series as well. I have Fairy Magic by Color Questopia, and I have done the first one. If you're wondering why her dress looks a little bit different, if you've seen this before, it's because I originally started with my Bic Ultrafine red, and then I switched to my regular Bic red, which is the exact same color according to the marker, but it ended up being darker than the other one. I think it turned out really cute though. So this basically just has fairies in it. And I actually like doing the black just because it looks like a stained glass window to me. I have Animal Quest Baby color by number, and this one's by Sun Life Drawing as well. I've done the first three. So if you were working on this and you have not done these, close your eyes. So we have this guy, this one, done them all with markers, this one, and they're all hexagonal. I don't think the cross stitch method would work very well in this book. I think you would want to color it straight. I have Kittens and Cats color by number by Zen Master Coloring. And this one is kind of unusual because the colors don't really make sense to me, but I did the best I could here. So I did this one. I added some stickles here, washi tape around the sides. I did add some Mod Podge sparkle to the rainbow there. That's why it sparkles. And his little medallion sparkles too, the peace sign. But this basically has cats in it. I'm not really a cat person, but I don't mind coloring them. They're kind of fun to color. Here I have the Candy coloring book by Questopia, Color Questopia. I did the suckers on the cake, some washi tape, and I put a sticker right there, a heart. I did the extra bonus page of the Titanic, and I actually went my own way on the people because I did not want them to have the same hair color, and I wanted it to look more like the movie, the actual movie poster. But like I said, I think I enjoy doing the black in between the lines because I do think it looks like a stained glass window that way. I think dark blue would work as well. I have Nice Little Town 8. I haven't colored in this one. I feel like this is very steampunky type of houses and buildings. Got mice. This one is by Tatiana Bogimastolova. You have to be in the mood for these books. I have Nice Little Town 4, also by Tatiana Bogimostilova. I started this one. I love how he's turning out. I like the color palette that I've chose on this one, and I was using choline colored pencils. I'm going to leave this in there just so I know that I'm working on that one. Very adorable. Has lots of mice in this book. I have Nice Little Town 6. I haven't been able to color in this one. This one is another one that has lots of the little mice in it. Nice Little Town 10. I have worked on the front here. This is, sorry, sorry, I like totally jumbled that. Bear with me, guys. Sorry about that. Trying to get it so that you guys can see. And all right, so there's this one. I just did this part and I used Crayola twistable pencils. It's the first one I did in this book. This is a color along that I did in my Facebook group. Another one. Like how that one turned out. I really like the sky. I actually colored it basically with pencil, and then I went over it with Gamasol. I have Nice Little Town Atlantic. I have not colored in this one. All underwater images. Some of them have mermaids in them, like that one. And I think those ones are really cute. Nice Little Town 7. This one has lots of mice in it. It's a dressmaker. Cute. Here, going into my coloring book cafe, I have Happy Easter. Haven't colored anything in here. Save it for next Easter, I guess. Baby animals. These are really cute. This one is thicker than the other ones. This is the Coloring Book Cafe Country Fair book, and I've done this one. This one I had done with colored pencils and a little bit of gel pen. I had a lot of fun coloring her. And I can't remember if this has duplicates. Yeah, because there she is again. So this book has duplicates in it. That's why it's so thick. I have Coloring Book Cafe's Greatest Hits coloring book, 30 Best. And I did this mandala. Actually messed up on it, and I tried to fix it the best I could. Just using some leftover glitter gel pens and regular gel pens that I had. But this is a collection book of different ones from different books in the Coloring Cafe. And the final book here is Happy Hopper's coloring book. And this is by Ellen Sorry, Jareki. And this is adorable. I have not colored in this, but it looks pretty simplistic. I bet I could whip out a few pages in a day, no problem. I like it. All right, so that completes this video of the completed, or not completed, but coloring book collection series number 5. So this was a big video, guys. I applaud you if you stood by me this whole video, even if you were cooking, coloring, doing other things. I do appreciate you for watching this video. If you do like my videos, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I love your feedback on the comments. If there's any books that you are curious about, where I got them, or if you want to flip or anything like that, just let me know. I'm happy to do it for you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and stay tuned for number 6. That will be the final one of my coloring book collection. If you have been counting my books, yes, I have a lot. But I do love every one of my books, and I do plan on coloring in every single one of them eventually. I just love them. So have a good day and happy coloring, guys.